The $100,000 fortress just crumbled. Bitcoin crashed to 95,900 as the second-largest ETF exodus in history triggered a $1 billion liquidation cascade. But here's what separates winners from losers. While fear reaches extreme levels and everything bleeds, privacy coins explode 27%, and Layer 2 infrastructure captures record mindshare. Maximum pain is creating the great separation between utility and speculation. I'm Alex. 4 developments demanding your attention right now. Bitcoin crashes through $100,000 for the first time since breaking out, plunging to 95,900 as 870 million in ETF outflows mark the second-largest exodus ever. $1 billion in leveraged positions liquidated in 24 hours as the cascade accelerates. Yet Zcash explodes 27% and Dash rockets 30%, while everything else bleeds. Layer 2 solutions capture 33.84% of developer mindshare, the highest on record. Fear sentiment crashes to 29.29, the lowest reading since March. Translation: when institutions flee and retail capitulates, infrastructure and privacy narratives completely decouple from the carnage. Connect these psychological warfare dots that reveal crypto's violent evolution. The $100,000 level isn't just a price. It's a mental anchor that triggered 3 simultaneous catastrophes. BlackRock and Fidelity led 870 million in institutional redemptions. Automated liquidations wiped 1 billion in over-leveraged positions. Retail panic selling accelerated the cascade. These aren't independent events. They're feedback loops. ETF outflows force managers to sell Bitcoin regardless of price. Liquidations trigger more liquidations. Fear compounds fear. But here's what matters beyond the carnage. This represents the second-largest single-day ETF exodus ever recorded. Institutions remain deeply sensitive to volatility, despite all the adoption narratives. Yet something remarkable emerged from maximum pain. The market is performing natural selection in real time. Speculation bleeds 15%, but privacy coins surge 30%, and Layer 2 infrastructure captures record mindshare at 33.84%. When price falls, foundations strengthen. The strongest narratives survive stress tests, while hype dies violently. Meanwhile, privacy coins staged the most dramatic counter-rally of the entire cycle. Zcash exploded 27% to $654, ahead of its November 2025 halving. Dash rocketed 30%. Monero held plus 7%. This isn't speculation, it's fundamental adoption. 30% of Zcash's total supply now sits in privacy pools, the highest adoption rate since launch. Surveillance concerns are driving real institutional accumulation, not retail FOMO. Layer 2 solutions compound the infrastructure thesis. Mindshare surged to 33.84%, the highest ever recorded. ZK Sync's Atlas upgrade delivers 43,000 transactions per second with sub-second finality. Starknet deploys quantum-resistant provers. 65% of new smart contracts now deploy on Layer 2s instead of mainnet. When majors crash but infrastructure captures record attention, professional money separates building from gambling. The market is choosing substance over speculation for the first time this cycle. Quality projects maintain development velocity during maximum fear. Those become next cycle's leaders. Rapid intelligence you need right now. Bitcoin dominance 59.8%, Ethereum 19.7%. Total market cap 1.91 trillion, with 112 billion in daily volume. Fear and greed index 29.29 marks extreme fear, the lowest since March. Prediction markets exploded 13.46% as the only major green sector, proving volatility plays become safe havens during uncertainty. Hyperliquid's Hype token holds $38.40 despite the bloodbath, maintaining 10.3 billion market cap as institutional backing from Paradigm provides stability. Funding rates neutral across majors despite extreme fear. Open interest contracting rapidly as leverage clears. $95,000 support becomes absolutely critical for six-figure recovery. Privacy pool adoption accelerating. Layer 2 transaction volumes surging despite broader weakness. The infrastructure resilience paradox crystallizes with brutal clarity. The great separation is here. Historic ETF exodus and liquidation cascades triggered maximum fear. Yet privacy coins rally 30% and Layer 2 infrastructure hits record mindshare. The market is violently choosing utility over speculation, privacy over surveillance, infrastructure over hype. Are you positioned for the bifurcation where communities and technology survive while speculation dies? Monitor Zcash halving momentum as 30% of supply locks in privacy pools. Track Layer 2 mindshare converting to actual adoption. Watch $94,000 Bitcoin support for reversal signals. Sometimes the strongest foundations emerge from maximum chaos. The separation between signal and noise accelerates. Position accordingly. Subscribe for your next intelligence pulse in 12 hours. Like and comment which infrastructure narrative you're watching closest. I'm Alex. The utility renaissance begins. Stay sharp out there.